We're gonna try this thing again. Ooh, I can zoom. That's awesome. Get it right there. Yeah, cool. We back. What up? I figured out how to zoom my camera. Maybe I shouldn't have done that anyways. See what's up? I don't really know. They just said, yeah, we're all going to Kevin's live. I'm like, okay. I got an extra canvas here. See what we're about. One thing I really like to do is practice depth with my painting. So I was thinking about doing like a finger point in the canvas and then the perspective falling back with the face falling back behind it. But I'm just not sure. Yeah, I'm just not sure. So let's see what's up. Hi, Jordan. Message retracted. Let me get all scootered in here. Zay just kind of put it on. He was just kind of like, yep, we're all going to Kevin's live. And I actually wasn't exactly planning this. I came on a little bit ago just networking, and Nisha and Nikki were the only ones. Hey, Itachi, you heard me about Baby A, right? Because he like called me out, made sure to tell me, like, hey, I'm sorry about what I said to your friend. And I was like, it's good. And everybody was like, what? I was like, no, it's cool. Nikki gets it now. We're all merging. She know what Mod Gang is now. It's a whole lot different. And I told them all to jump over to your page. And that was in Taylor's live earlier. All right, so we're gonna start with this here. Should be painting on my canvas like all professional like this here. Let's see how that works out. If it falls on me, don't think less of me. Let's do an alien. How about that? Hi, Nikki, Nietzsche, Nikki, whichever way it is. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna start with the background. I'm just gonna do red and green because those are complementary colors. So I don't go crazy blending them because they'll just turn into brown. But I just kind of dump them on the canvas. Unprofessional savage. And I spread the paint around. Easy enough. I was thinking about doing a drip paint live, but to tell you the truth, that's gonna make such a mess. These two look like they're gonna make a pretty interesting skin color, actually. Where's my sponge? Yeah, that's pretty interesting skin color tone. So my flamingo red here is a little old, so you might notice the rolling dried paint on there. It's annoying. And be careful when you use a sponge brush because it'll eat all your paint. A paintbrush will too eat some paint, but like a sponge brush will just suck it all up. So you'll end up going through a lot more paint if you're not careful. I'm just doing a basic background here. It will blend itself a little bit more as you keep going, bringing out all kinds of interesting colors. Zay said he's gonna come over here and got everybody to come over here and then didn't come over here himself. Probably getting fried rice. I blame P. I appreciate y'all backing me. So I'm gonna be careful when I do the edges of the canvas. I don't mess the coloring up too much. Just gonna do a little bit of blending. I might try to draw that Royal Styles. I'm just not sure. I'm not crazy good at faces, so I really want to do a couple of practice runs before I try somebody's actual profile. Because like there would be nothing worse than getting done with one of these and then being like, that does not look like me at all, you know. Let's hit the edges here, so it looks kind of professional. People look at these things. Okay, so there's our basics. Spread out the green a little bit. Let her dry for a sec. Well, hi, Zay. So let's let this guy dry for a sec. Throw him on my sponge brush. Can y'all see it good? Good light. And while it is a little bit wet, I can go through and pick off some of that, any kind of mistakes. I can kind of pick off any of that rolled paint where I had a little bit of dried paint in the bottle. That paint's got to be like 5 years old though, so I'm not too surprised. It's got some dried parts. And then the other green, that green is kind of old too, but it's not really the best paint. Okay, so then with my, huh? Me? Oh, I did. I went live yesterday and went through the art box, and the whole time I was like, Zay, where you at, Zay, man? You're the one wanting this. Someone put a pointy finger right here, just like that emoji. I really like this. I really like the the pointy finger because of the depth perception thing. Matter of fact, that was kind of a good idea. So I tried to paint that. I'm just kind of sketching where stuff would be. I'll come back through with the proper color. I'm thinking I might make like an alien with sunglasses or something. Okay, or a guy in a hazmat suit. That'll work. I really can't do a whole lot until it dries a little bit. I can try to blend in some black, wherever there might be shade on the character. It does help to do. Oh, this is dark blue. Okay, with my node, my silly self, put the wrong color on there. Although that would look cool. Yeah. Nobody in here. You ended up falling asleep. Zay. Yeah, everybody, if you didn't know, Nikki, drop the phone. Haha, that went down in the air vent. All right. Anybody who didn't know, Nikki has a live and it's awesome. Adult conversation, but it's a good network over there. It's good people. Zay does music. I don't know what Jordan does. He just is awesome all the time. Tachi does music. Nobody love you sounds crazy. Nobody came through. Hi, nobody. Sorry, bro. Your comment just kind of flooded past. I just throwing a quick painting together. Oh, shit, man. I gotta quit dropping my phone. I know that. I got a case. My housemate, she heard that I was looking for a case and she had found a place to get a good one. And before I could tell her no or yes, she jumped on there and got me one. I appreciate that lady. She'll be home soon. She's out and away. Nobody's cool, in case you didn't know. I like his lives. He is somebody. Plus, he's got a very interesting way of doing this motivation thing. Copy and paste. He was the first one I saw use AI to make make it look very very special. Pull a service announcement, I think, or something to this effect. Very good way to do it. Looks so cool. Yeah, somebody's a unique thinker. And he also does live streaming, interaction with the people. He does fishing, all from Whoville. I'm just kind of throwing a little color on this. I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on here. I'm kind of surprised I don't end up seeing you a lot of places, eh? Yeah, nobody who's actually somebody. Um, yeah, I'm surprised I don't end up seeing you a lot of places, actually. I mean, I see you at the Twins, I see you at Reina's, I see you at my own. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use that dark blue because it's a little more glossy than the black is. Your membership just got approved for what? For Nikki's channel? Oh yeah, Zay just got monetized, so I'm gonna brighten up his world, jump over there and give him $2 and make it worth it for Cupcake. For Cupcake, people, that kid's crazy. I don't know how you do. I don't know how you deal with that. That's a little nuts. I yesterday that one it was talking about I'm gonna go put a fork in the toaster. What do you think's gonna happen to me? What the heck are you talking about, kid? Someone's doing the hood of this guy, his thing. I don't know if it's a guy. Try to challenge myself and it be a guy. That'd be cool. Like I said before, I'm not so good at the at male figures for some reason. I paint woman face all day, you know. But y'all feel free to talk back and forth. You know, this is a safe place. Safe place. At this point, with the first run through, you know, you're basically just making a shadow of where you want colors to be. Because then after this, you'll go back through and darken and lessen them, make them look like they're on top of each other. Like this arm here is gonna look like it's above the chest behind it. But for now, it just kind of looks, yeah, you know. Yeah, I can't believe you missed the crates, eh? Something wrong with that child for real. All the crazies come from the South and the UK. Yeah. That kid is a little nuts. Yeah, Cupcakes from the UK. At least they say so. But you know, some of them I wonder if they're really like weird old guys that don't think you'll accept them. So they want to play like they're little kids. But some of them are legit. I don't know how you get so many 12-year-olds. You're the only channel I've been on that's got so many 12-year-olds actually. But that works. It's us 12-year-olds got you monetized, so and Cupcake trying to steal his brother's ID anyway, so run it back. Yeah, that's true. We need him. We need him to have a good taste in music. Let us throw a little more color, make it a little darker. Sometimes with this paint, you have to go over it. I mean, two, three times before it starts looking like what you want it. And then sometimes, like the last couple paintings I've done, it was just coat one, coat two, and I was done. So, but with something like this, I just don't know what it's going to turn into. So I have to go back over and over and over. I did find my guitar. I did find my guitarist YouTube. I got a hold of him this morning. His name's Aiden Blankenship. He's funny. He's really funny. High energy. And I found his YouTube. Now he's been doing music since he was little, you know. And like his parents are professional musicians. They like go around bars and do shows for a living. And and his YouTube is just him and one girl. Just him obviously flirting with this girl and then going into some weird trippy hippie music. Tell him, tighten up. You should be going live already. What are you doing? He's like, oh, I got so much work to do. Well, I'd like to have so much work to do. Them kids love the music. I really wish I had my recording equipment. We'd just be sitting here listening to that. Oh, I keep forgetting. I did get the app on there. I haven't broke into it yet, Zay. I'm pretty sure I got the right one. Sound Lab. I'm just gonna do a black undertone for the hands here, so I don't forget where they are. Then I'll go and get my skin tone and put it over that, or whatever tone I'm doing. I don't know if it's gonna be green. And this also is not somebody pointing. Well, that's what I was intending on it first, but looks like it's gonna be an alien pointing a gun at everybody. How you like that? Run him up. BandLab. Yes, I downloaded it yesterday, but I kind of forgot that I downloaded it. Also, that might have been what messed my system up a little bit because I've got too many paintings and stuff on here. I gotta go through my phone and delete a bunch of stuff. BandLab. BandLab. What type of braids should you do? Yeah, Nisha, what type of braids should he do? Say Yin Yang Twins edition. Like with the beads on it and shit. That's a lot, bro. Actually, you probably had that before, Jose. I ain't teasing. That's how my hair looked back when I gave a fuck about hair. Man, I'm not cussing. I'm not cussing. I'm not doing it. I officially stand against it. I mean, I really like painting paintings with the character in the foreground and then random stuff in the background, or Nico Palms or something like this in the background. Sometimes I'll just put a character up front and then just words. Um, might be what I do with this one. I'm not quite sure. Oh, my son's better, by the way. Yeah, the other day was crazy when I went live and then had to cut the video off just real quick because got called that he's being released from school for being sick. There's nothing more worrisome than that, I think. No, I don't think I worry about myself near as much as I do my son. For sure. And he was like, "Oh, I'm trying to be brave, Dad. I'm trying not to convince myself I'm sick." Oh, kid. Yeah, I got him. So, Zay, what you gonna have a whole gang of kids one day? Here's a backup page. Nice. Oh shit. What should I do? Is that you, Nikki? Can you comment on one of my pages or one of my shorts with this and tell me it's you so that I can sub you after I get off of this? They got another page too, my boy. I gotta get on top of that. Yeah, yeah, I think it's Nikki. Yeah, I was figuring I'd have a whole bunch of kids, but uh, but I cannot deal with a whole bunch of women. Plus, I saw all my brothers get screwed with that. I saw all my brothers get the wrong girls and then end up trapped. So I was always very, very careful. And I mean, blessed, honestly. There's a couple different situations I definitely made it out of just right in time. I think I shared that part of my life a little bit. Yeah, I went over to Cali and everybody I knew basically got gross and addicted to shit. Came back. Most of them back. Ones that aren't dead are back to reality now. But during that time, if I was still here, probably would have caught something easy. I don't get down with all that. I sure do miss California. I tell you what, I miss New York. There's a place in New York called Herkimer, New York, and they got diamonds coming out of the ground. I miss that place so much. I found a lady there who just blew my mind. I forget who exactly I was with, but it was a bunch of family members, and then a whole different kind of spiritual than I ever met. Um, and she came to me with some advice and different words, and it was just so right on. But definitely not your typical Christian. This is kind of strange looking. I don't know what I'm going for here. You do post a lot of shorts. I appreciate that. I've been going through and liking them. Yeah, New York. Herkimer, New York is a pretty cool place. I want to go back there one day. I tell my boy about it. One time I was at work and I was like, "Look, God, if this is really where you want me, if this is all true, what you're telling me, this is really where you want me, then I would really like a diamond from Herkimer, New York. That would be a sure sign. Like that's not just gonna happen. That would be a sure sign that you're with me." So I got off work, and the custom at that job was to get your shift drink after you get off work. So I went and got my little beer, and I was sitting down, and a friend of mine came up to me, and she was like, "Here, you want one of these?" And she had a whole handful of Herkimer diamonds of all kinds of different sizes, and I was like, "What?" It's like, "Where have you been?" She's like, "I just got back from Herkimer. It's awesome." We. Wow, Jordan, that's a lot of babies. Yeah, road trip. Y'all ain't far, I don't think. Uh, Herkimer, New York. It's right up, getting close to Niagara Falls. I don't think Niagara Falls is worth it. I didn't end up going there. I ended up being at a rest stop and almost getting arrested at a rest stop for a rolling cigarette. So, yeah, no, I didn't get to Niagara Falls. But yeah, Herkimer, New York is definitely worth it. I mean, they have places that you can go and dig, and people pull out big chunks of diamond. The difference is they're not quite as hard or something as the ones that come out of Africa, but they're also not as bloody. So, street kids like to use them to wrap them. All kinds of everywhere they like to use them to wrap. But a lot of jewelers, I haven't really seen them mess with Herkimers. But I had a lot of fun, especially when some of those have little pieces of gold in there. Just see it through the quartz. Some parts of Pennsylvania too, the quartz belt that you can go to like the state parks and pull out pieces of quartz that are just so bright, see through pink, and there'll be little pieces of gold in there. I lost most of my diamonds that I got. I lost most of them in Pennsylvania when I tried to wash them in a stream. That was really dumb. Okay, I'm gonna have to be careful, not to mess this up. Now we've got this far. My alien jump man. Take me to your leader. That's what it needs. It needs a UFO. Yeah, I need to get a laptop or something so I can play free beats. Free beats, because that's brilliant. Backup channel blue. Make Nikki's backup channel blue. Okay, sure. Uh oh, British girl, do you know anything about putting pins up or putting putting notes on the screen or putting polls up. The blue man grew. Yeah, sorry, Nikki. I was not paying attention at all until I saw everybody saying my name all highlighted. Yeah, Jordan, I miss Rolly cigarettes. I'm strong enough now that I gave it up a long time ago, but I definitely miss cigarettes. Well, especially Rollies. I couldn't really mess with regular Class A's. Most of them were full of too much shit, and I ended up coughing. I do cuss too much. You sure are right. I'd end up coughing and coughing, but I just get a big bag of Rolly tobacco, and I was good to go for like a month. And switched to pipe tobacco, which I really love that. And I tell you, even that with less nicotine and all that, I'm still going through pseudo withdrawals now, and it's been a while since I've smoked. I'm still like, well, do I want food or I want tobacco? See, it's a horrible habit. At least I think. I mean, there's an element of it. Sitting down to prayer, that's good. Burning a sweet thing, that's good. But as much as I try to use that to justify the action, the addictive principles of the thing make it not a viable option. So I'll go back through afterwards and do more outlining and more colors. What do we want to do? Uh, a UFO. That's what we want to do. We'll do our tractor beam here. What's up? Y'all believe in aliens? Y'all believe in UFOs? You ever had an experience with UFOs? What do you think would happen if the UFOs landed? And did you know about the government files? Uh-huh. It got declassified. Just a whole lot of material got declassified. Anyways, maybe that's another conversation. I missed it. Hot grabber. Burn my fingers. Ayo. Yeah, I seen stuff like that, Jordan. Exposing the CIA. You don't know they were exposing themselves? They actually released files from all like Vietnam days, talking about the Foo Fighters, all kinds of things. Like people that couldn't wouldn't have no reason to lie. In fact, telling the truth would be dangerous for them, but they couldn't lie because it was all recorded. So they released all those files like the end of last year, and then everything, and then all those satellites started showing up right after they released those files. So nobody really, unless you were paying attention, nobody even like was told that they actually substantiated aliens. They actually told the people that they're real. I mean, I saw the lights in the sky that they said was SpaceX. I saw lights moving in the sky that couldn't have been anything else because I mean they were moving too much like in patterns and stuff. They were too high to be satellites. They were too high to be planes. I mean, they were too yeah. I've seen some weird stuff, but I've done some too much research too. Done too much research. It's in the Bible. Let you know who is the lesser gods. Before it was I seen dots hover over buildings. Yeah, yeah. It's just the unknown part of it all too. But I mean, they don't admit that a lot of things are real. So and picture a church preaching on that. If there's watchers, picture that. That is a YouTube church for sure. I never heard of any real church preaching that one. I think it might be good though. So with the silver, you pretty much have to go over it 2, 3 times to really get a really good shine. It's also very sensitive to the texture. So like if you have spots that it's heavier in, you'll end up with a wrinkle. So you have to really be careful to evenly apply anything metallic, and then try to leave a little bit extra to dry on top so that it will come out stronger and stronger every time. But yeah, it usually takes 2 or 3 runs through. I got any ideas? Anything I'm missing? Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, say he may be onto something. But then what are the Nephilim? Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of hoaxy stuff. Yeah, the little orbs. That's kind of what the Foo Fighters were. Are they just weren't sure what they were exactly, but they said they moved independent to the plane. Sometimes they would be on the wings. Sometimes they would be flying around it. Um, Different things like that. What am I doing? What is it missing? Uh, I mean, but here's the thing: is okay. So maybe that Nephilim, the people that taught humans how to human, um, were fallen angels, and they came with technologies, and this is recorded across everywhere I can think of, any culture I can think of, that there were at one time highly intelligent people, beings that came down here and taught us how to govern it, how to govern, how to breed, how to hunt, how to really, or not hunt, but how to plant, how to do a lot. And then we based religions around them. I mean, I think, and there's a lot that makes sense about it. I mean, we could be implants from aliens easily. Even the Bible says that, like when we die, we are of the spirit, so we go back to the spirit, and things of the earth are of the earth, so they go back to the earth. kind of, kind of makes me think maybe we're not from here. And then the need to know that there's a higher power, the need to serve is definitely part of our unks. What makes us us? What's it missing? Oh yeah, need something where the tractor beam is. What kind of something? People, Kevin. I need people. Dig it. Let's see if this is dry enough. Not really. Yeah, strange sounds come out of me sometimes. So just because I'm curious, is that 4 people watching or is that 4 people and then my moderators? If you're in the background and you're intimidated, don't be. Go ahead and speak up. I'm not afraid of putting blue on people. If you sub to me, you probably known me for a while on here, and I appreciate you. Um, Feel free to speak up. Get you all helped out. You know what I mean? Do I need? I need my black marker. That's what I need. Where's that booger? Oh well. I'll use the black paint then. Man, y'all ever been going and like I don't know how big everybody's city is, but you just think on somebody and then run into them. That kind of thing. I think that's got to be a good. It's got to be a good sign that you're on the right track. You know, have that kind of manifesting. Most I would answer your prayers like that. You must be pretty pure-hearted, I guess. I love it. It amuses me, especially when it's different types of people or people that like I never see. Like I ask for confirmation that I'm in the right place at the right time, all the time, all the time. And I've got some crazy. Like I had a plane go right over my house here. I'd never seen it, but that one time, and it was so low that I could see the landing gear and everything. I prayed that I was in the right spot, and then went to the gas station and saw my childhood sweetheart with her husband. That was kind of wild. Well, I don't really know what to do right now. I guess go find my marker. Do. Back to the back to the back to the back to the. Okay. My dad take alien stories when I was a kid. All he said was, "I saw a UFO get shot down with a rocket launcher. I knew it was fake from the start." Nephilim are demon human hybrids. I think the Nephilim are the watchers that came down because they fell for the women, and then what they made was the giants. You need something where the tractor beam is, people, animals. You believe in the government space beam that be setting wildfires. Yeah, and all the blue buildings that were spared in Hawaii and LA for that matter. I saw lots of blue roofed buildings, blue Bibles, like weird stuff. How is they starting to really reading the word? Yeah, we walked in trying to figure out what's going on. Get ready for this, whatever the heck is going on. I personally think it's about to get crazy. I think there's a reason that we're all internationally being drawn together. Grab a marker. Brand new out of the box. Oh, yeah. Brand new out of the box because I don't know what I did with my regular marker. No drink coffee. I sure do appreciate y'all. I say thanks for pushing me into painting. All right, so for the detail part, I'm actually gonna take it off the bank. Let's see. Let's see what we got so far. Real basic. I never said I was awesome at painting. I said it amuses me. I can do tomorrow, next year, in 5 years. I'm gonna try to be on the right team, Nisha. Yeah. I don't think there's ever a question about that, Zay. It does me good to see you taking it to heart, though. We're doing about Nephilim, 'cause that's mostly a Book of Enoch stuff, which is where I learned it. Well, in the beginning, because really I read like half of the Book of Enoch, and I was like, no, I need more education on the Bible to really know how this is working out. But it really interests me that Enoch was taken and is no more, and then same thing like with Moses. Moses didn't die. The spirit said he died, but there was no body, no nothing. He went into the wilderness, and then God told him that he died. So it's like even there, it's like, well, he could have been picked up. Never know. You never know. Yeah, I mean, there's also nothing about lizard people, but things coming out. So I'm just doing a slight little outline here. It doesn't hurt to do an outline on black, because it's a slightly different black and it has a different tone to it. Sorry, slightly different black gives it a little bit of an outline, but maybe it's only visible in person. Hopefully, blah, 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 blah. Hopefully, y'all are enjoying this. Um, maybe better than what we would have been doing. Although we probably would have just been over there talking to each other in Zay's live, anyways. Hey, Nisha, thank you for having my back all the time. I appreciate you. I just want to yell that out. What did Moses do? Moses at the end of his life, he yelled at him. Yeah. Moses at the end of his life, he was told to sing to the rock, um, as a part of getting the children, like to get the people of Israel were always so, we need. Well, Moses got really, really ticked off at his last, and right before he got to the promised land, he started cussing him out instead of um singing to the rock. So instead of praying to God, he um he got all in his emotions and cussed him out, and so he couldn't enter the promised land. So God took him into the wilderness, and then he disappeared. He was no more. Yeah, he disobeyed God. Yeah, he got all in his emotions instead of just doing what God said. He went and tried to do what he did before and hit the rock instead of singing to it. And so it still worked. It's still full. The people still got water, but yeah, he got disqualified. I mean, how really though, how much did he want to go into Israel at this point? It was like he's been walking with him. He was 110 and still looked the same as when he started out on his journey. Like, it's actually pretty interesting that last little bit about Moses is probably some of my favorite scripture because just the just the thing like walking with God, he didn't age, he didn't age. He got frustrated as heck, and he was a murderer and crazy person, to tell the truth. But I just think it's so cool how his relationship with God was that quickened him that much. And he was old. He was old. He's like 110. But just like Enoch though, he there wasn't no body to bury. He was gone. Okay, fill in this little spot here. Uh, it's sad because Moses was so faithful up until that point. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know that I would have dealt with some of the things like what he said. Like, what if God told you, okay, so you're in charge of a whole camp. You guys finally have your camp organized. You're something like 1,000 people, 2,000 people. You got your camp organized, and God says, okay, you guys sinned. I want to start at this point in the camp. I want to kill 1/3 of the people. Um, I don't care, brother against brother, go, because that happened, and Moses did it. I don't know if I would have had that kind of faith, let alone all the other situations. And they were always bitching. They're always complaining. Who's the guy? Who's the person at church that people tell their sins to? Uh, God, are you talking about a confessional like in Catholic religion? And you don't need confess anything to someone in a closet besides Jesus? Yeah, that's Catholics. Um, there's like a name of a role because you got a nun and a pope. That's all I know. Yeah. Uh, I'm sure there is a name for that role. It's a useful thing. I mean, if humans weren't so corruptible, it'd be that much more useful. But yeah, you don't need an intercessor. Jesus is your intercessor. Do 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 do. I'm trying to think of roles in the there's a scripture about all the different roles of the church. Bishops, bishops, professors. No, I'm gonna look that one up. That's gonna be my script for today. In fact, let me make a note of that. So look at my page later, Jordan. I'll throw that script up. But it says different roles in the church and what their job is basically. So there was a point when I well I've always known that I was a minister through music. This is what part of my calling is, and like since I was really young, and so I went and got online thing like online ministry license, and in the process of doing that, I got a lot of education on different types of ministry. Like, did you know there's some that don't have church buildings? There's some ministers who aren't here to work with people like what we do. Like I'm more like help people where they're at and keep them on the road. And then there's some that will go after people. Like that's what their job is. There's some that mostly have their ministry on the street and they aren't aligned with any kind of church. There's some that are strictly church pastors. Um, there's all kinds of callings. There's all kinds of different parts to play, you know. It also might benefit you to look up the scripts that talk about the foot. Can't say it's not the hand, so it's not part of the body. That kind of hints to it too, like thinking about what different parts of our body do and how that would work in the body of Christ. Like foot's be kind of dirty. I feel like I'm kind of a foot. Not gonna lie, I'm like the nose haired. Might be offensive. We're not quite sure. He's the door. Yes. Amen. Oh, you're welcome to ask anything here. None of us really know a whole lot, but whatever we do know, we'll Glad to help out. You're a really good dude, Jordan. I'm glad you're part of this. Wish we could figure out what artsy stuff you could pump out there so we could get to supporting. Okay, we need what? What does this need? I'm still confused. I'm still kind of don't know what to do. It needs a cow. Yeah, that sure is right, Nikki. Whatever you're going through, it's all about perspective too. Like you can see it how you want, but it's like there's some ways of thinking that before you come to this earth that you pray for your life. You pray for it based on what you want to learn. So like if you say, I want to be smart at a young age so I'm not fooled, then you'll go through a bunch of crap that will try to that will just nail it in for you. If you say like I want to be an understanding person, then end up being a kid of a pretty misunderstanding person. Or I believe that you ask for all this, and it's all like what you pray and what you get is not necessarily like I want to be the leader of people. So then you're put in a position where you're the shitty, you're the low man on the totem pole. It's just it's just funny like that. The most painful things would be the most developing things. I still don't know what to do with this. It needs a cow. Huh. Trees. Trees. Yes, trees. This color shouldn't work. I think this paint might have finally dried out on me. Yeah, that booger's gone. Oh yeah, and since my eye, man, I've got the best aim in the world. I'm deadly with some spoons. It's freaking crazy. I don't know who all in here be working in the kitchen, but you know that game you play when you like drop some food and you throw it in the trash can. I have a great shooting average, like doing great. That is a very strange thing that I'm come away with awesome aim after messing up my eye. There's a very good reason I don't have no gun, you know. Funny enough, though, I got a pretty good working relationship with the people at the gun store. Completely non-violent, you know. They don't necessarily think I need one, but it's kind of funny. It's like they call me up. Bet they trip if I went in there and said, "Yeah, yeah, I want to buy that rifle." Okay, so for trees, I just put a little bit on a piece of paper, so it kind of work as a paint board. I use this big old brush, not my strong suit. And I'll just try to go right in the middle of the two colors. Try to get the best blended bit, leaving a little bit of the darker green on the outside. And I'll try to do it like this here. Oh, that does not look good. Maybe not as trees. It look good as texture. Yeah, I looked into all this way too much, honestly. Like, what do I really need to know about aliens for? But I wanted to know. I wanted to know. It's just like the Holocaust. Why in the heck would anybody need to learn about the Holocaust? But, oh, I got it. I know way too much. And I know way too much about what's going on here, actually. Probably more than I should. But Spirit's good like that. He warned, so it's like the Spanish flu. I was looking at the Spanish flu before Corona. Looks like brush, but it works. Yeah. Yeah, it looks a little textury. And it should bounce pretty good off of the red or off of the flamingo pink behind it. It does look like bushes. Yep. One day there'll be rainbows in the sky. Did you know that? There'll be rainbows in the sky forever. So that I don't know how. I think it's a chemical incident that happens. Something. Yeah, there's all kinds of wild stuff in that Bible about what's going to happen. Very mysterious things in that Bible about what's going to happen. Where we at? Where we at? Purple, blue, pink, state. What? KOB. Why does everyone make a basketball out of trash like it's fun though? Anyone? Why does everyone make a basketball game? Okay. Oh yeah. I don't know. I definitely missed a lot and left big spots on the wall. Learning aiming, and please tell me you hit the toilet, not the floor. Yeah, most of the time, most of the time. At least I hope so, especially here, because whoever whoever put this house together um put freaking carpet in the bathroom. So he's a little bit darker on the outside, and then he's a little bit lighter of a green on the on the foreground. So give it a little bit of a blend here. Make it look like it's popping out at you. Hold my canvas a little still. Oh, I did want to mention if y'all have any like YouTube pages that are especially cool or whatever, I've been at a very real lack of places to hang out on some days. And I know I'm not alone on that. So if we got pages you want to shout out, go ahead and use this spot. I know we're all mostly sub to each other. But if you have different pages that you particularly like, you particularly find a blessing in, or different artists that you particularly like to go and hang out with on their lives or whatever, this would be a good time to shout that out. As well as network it if any of you haven't liked Nikki's backup page. If any of you haven't subbed up Itachi, he's getting close. All right. This is a very interesting one. Definitely. And now, let's do a big old bright yellow sun. That's a good idea. In all this, I'd say don't be scared of nothing. It says the things that I have for you are good and not evil. The things I have for you are to build you and not hurt you. Wow, that turned out a black old sun because of the metallic silver that was already on this brush. Oh well, I'll let it dry and go back over, make it pop real good. Try to get as perfect a circle as I can. One of the hardest things, circles. One of the marks of the great, though, is being able to just do a circle. Maybe one day. All right, next. A little bit of color here, a little bit of color. I think my cat is snoring. That is the weirdest sound ever. Hi, Vibrant Styles. I'm just painting alien. I kind of just started this, and this is where it's turned out. I'm trying to contemplate. Well, I'm really doing kind of like a warm up to trying to do your portrait. It's just kind of an intimidating project, so I'm hoping this guy's alien. The glasses, the way they're laying. I'm hoping I can glean a little bit more about the angles gonna be necessary. Oh, anybody who hasn't subbed to Vibrant Style, she's awesome. She's out of Jamaica. She does real time streaming like we do, and then takes us to church on Sunday. Very, very fun. Always different. Every time I stop in there, it's something different, and always very embracive. I tend to look at how people treat disrespectful people, and Vibrant Styles is another one that she's just very respectful. She's kind of like, yeah, this is not the place for that. Go on, doesn't let it stop her too much. Doesn't go all crazy on people, which is awesome. But some of these people, that's just exactly what they're after. It's just a reaction. Do a little spot of green there for the alien face. I'll put a little more green on this guy's face. But yeah, I'm trying to work my way towards that portrait for you, as you asked, but it's very intimidating to me. I'm not so good at it because I don't want to get it wrong and it not look like you. So I got a picture in my phone of your last live. Actually, right when you asked me to do that, I took a screenshot of your live so I get the dimensions of your face. But I feel like I got to do a sketch first. I just really don't want to mess it up. So, but that will probably be coming here in the next couple of days, depending on what goes on. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of doodling, I guess you'd say. Yeah, I know you're waiting. Yeah, it's a very intimidating project. It's very intimidating to me because I don't want to get it wrong and end up making you something that doesn't look like you. And it would only be my third portrait of anybody, and the other one was somebody when I was just learning it, and then myself. So it's just oh no, I did one of my son before. That would kind of like him. But yeah, I know you're waiting, and I will definitely have that out very soon. Thank you for challenging me on that. For real. Actually, that's kind of why I came on because I was challenged here. Old Zay there says, "All right, we're all going to Kevin's live." Like I didn't have a painting or anything ready yet. I wasn't even thinking. This guy is rounding out pretty nice here. A little bit more yellow on my sun. It is intimidating to make a portrait of somebody, though. I definitely underestimated how scary that could be. All right, that's going to dry before I put any more color on it. Wind up messing it up. Oh, nice. Well, I appreciate y'all's support. Thank you for coming in today. I hope everybody's having a good day out there. I come on earlier just trying to test and see what kind of people were on during the daytime. But then Zay came on right when I came on, so I ended up going off and going to his. And then he wanted to come on here, but I just put in the description, I just put networking. Let's network, you know. And then nobody came in because they were all at Zay's. All right, enjoy your trip. Be safe, Mom. See you next time you go live. I appreciate you, and I'll do a shout out the day of doing that painting, so you have an idea, so you can come at least see that after the replay. Again, if y'all didn't sub up to Vibrant Styles, you should. She's a really sweet lady. Like I told y'all, I found her. I thought she was reading tarot cards. All I heard was shuffling the cards, and she was playing solitaire. I was like, "Do you love Jesus?" She was like, "Yeah, Jesus is awesome." Okay, like cool. Whew. And you know, some of those people, they got a love in them too for the Most High. They just don't know. I met one lady that professed Jesus. She had the Spirit on her and everything, and then I tuned back in a couple days later, and she was doing tarot card readings. Like, oh man. Actually, a lot of those ones, it's like that's the ones the devil's trying to distract. That's the ones he's trying to get away because they actually have the calling on them. So this painting's not so amazing. But definitely entertaining. I know Nietzsche bounces around, but are you still in here? Yeah, tarot cards are really annoying. Yeah. It's like they would if I didn't believe in them all if I didn't believe in them, then they wouldn't be so annoying, but because I know they're from the enemy, it makes it that much more annoying. And that kind of fun thing. Like when I thought they were just full of crap, it wasn't so annoying. Of course, I don't think I've ever seen so many readers as I have on YouTube. Like there do not seem to be this many on Facebook. There do not seem to be this many anywhere else. But maybe it's just a sign of the times. Plus, I mean, it's easy for them. People will tune in and believe anything they say. He's blue, abadi abuda. What you know, you don't know. Yeah, it's good. It makes my stomach kind of hurt. It just really gets me because it's not like all the time just anybody, you know. Like it's what really gets me about it is it's the people that are like us, the ones that are fooled the hardest. If it weren't for all that, I probably wouldn't care that much. So I can see what some dude look like a zombie, you know, just hates life. I can see him being on the devil's side, but when it's us, it's like really just trying to find something without facing up to their sins, without changing, basically. But no disrespect to people that are practicing Wiccanism. I really don't have any way to judge on that thing between you and whatever for sure servant. I definitely would not want to be on that side of the thing, though. But there's plenty who say I'm crazy for doing what I do, so I don't know. I'll leave God to judge them all. No, I ain't down with it. Keep me out of your readings, please. I'm non-consensual. Right. Let's see. Do a little spots of purple. Might be interesting. Hey. What is the purple? Got my high gloss guy here. Is that a gun? Yeah. No. It could be. It should be. How would I illustrate that? Like bright blue around the stock or something? Did y'all know there's a translator on your phone? You can speak Chinese. You can speak Mandarin. Earlier, I was speaking Indian to some guy, Hindi. I talked to the Chinese beatboxer on the roof. I talked to him in Chinese. The translator's awesome until they try to respond back in their native language. So then you got to use that gift of understanding tongues and whatnot. So that worked out pretty well. He kept saying, "Where are you from?" And I didn't understand that, but till like the fourth time, I got it. The beatboxer in China, that guy was freaking cool. He was freaking cool, except he kept calling it blue balls or something. You like my blue balls? I was like, no, I don't like your blue balls, dog, but I do like your beatboxing. I'll be back. I'll be back. Yeah, he was pretty cool. And his moderator was trying to hit on me because I was American. She's like, send me a picture. I was like, you're crazy. Like, you're a moderator. Just go to my page, silly. And my boy Itachi came in there. He was like, I don't know if you like American music, but bam. Hell yeah. That's the way to do it. All the misadventures of YouTube. I think my favorite one yet is that Santa one, though. So I went into this one room, and it was this guy, and he was doing toys out of little things that you throw away. So, like paper and cardboard, cereal boxes, this kind of thing. He was making little cars and such. And he had a long white beard that he had tied up so he wouldn't get it all over his stuff. And he had a toboggan on and really bright Christmas colors. So I said, "Are you the real Santa?" And and he just looked straight at my comment and was like, "No, Kevin, you're an idiot." And just kept going. I think that's the funniest one so far. Misadventures of Kevin here. Try to get that yellow to dry so I can make it a little brighter. Oh, yeah, bright blue, bright blue. Did I miss anything? Put a cow getting sucked up. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Haven't exactly figured out how to do that yet. So just like a little stick figure behind that guy. One thing at a time, one thing at a time. Detail. When I go back through in detail with the Sharpie, this will all look a lot better. I think it makes it look more like a ray gun. It'd be funny. Stick them up, you know. That would be a funny word to put on this. Because of the alien. One thing I got to get when I go to town, some new brushes. So I have like, all my brushes are like, this is probably one of the cleanest brushes. So bad about that. Because I get them like a set of 10 for $3. I'm a little too careless with them because I get them so cheap. And that cow thing, I don't understand what it is with the cows. They found them completely turned inside out. Um, like something that humans couldn't do. That looks kind of like a cow. That looks nothing like a cow. I did awful. Being educated really ruins a lot, like pagan holidays. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's holy holidays in there too that you don't know anything about. Um, like there's one to celebrate the day that the children of Israel stopped killing people. There's a part in the Bible where there was some injustice, and then the people, I don't want to misquote it, but then the people rose up and just started killing everybody they had an issue with. And then after some days of doing this, they stopped and all came together in one accord and had a big feast. There's some holy holidays in there that pagans ain't got shit on. And it's really a shame too because like they're not even like I could appreciate it more if they were actually practicing, but most pagans aren't they're just witches. They're not even really elemental. They don't really know what they're talking about a lot of times. It's not any realer to them than anything else. It's just that they found force in. But if you're not willing to do the work on it, then it's like you don't have the right to call yourself that. You'll be schooled every time. It's like saying you're a shaman or a medicine man or something, and then you have to prove it. Ooh, that is just strange. Ooh, boy. Okay. Wow. Y'all still hanging in here. Well, I think we're getting to the point on this guy. Any other ideas what I should do? I'm going to use a Sharpie marker. Give the lid here a little color. Stars. That's sure not a bad idea. Oh yeah, in case y'all haven't ever jumped over and gone to J Royals page, she has got very interesting things going on over there. Woke up this morning, the first thing I saw was her putting together a chessboard set of a black spade, like a wine bottle with a spade on it. Super cool, custom order. She's legit. She's got like on every major platform. She's got Instagram, email, all that. She's also got a website with ordering information. Very, very legit business. Very, very legit. Her lives are always so clean and informative, and yeah, definitely. If you haven't, her prices are freaking awesome for what they are. Definitely. If you haven't gone over there and liked her lives, checked out her videos, be a pretty good place to go. And again, if you guys have any shout outs of particularly awesome places that you found on YouTube you want to turn everybody on to, this would be a good place to do that. Of course, you guys have been turned on to Nietzsche now, so when she goes live again, you'll be able to jump over there. Damn, Kevin, you getting that enough? What do you mean? There's something. Now I'm feeling great on coffee. I do always sound like ratchety. I mean, I always sound like, oh. My son's got that. I really had it last week. I'm hoping he's not got it right now. Okay. Stars, alien, faces. Cool. That was pretty good. Let's see what other paint markers I can come up with here. Silver and gold. And there are so many stars. I mean, maybe it's just that I live out in the middle of nowhere, but that's why I should do the live stream of. Just looking up at the stars one of these nights because they're just so crazy many. I grew up in a very bright place, so I never knew. Plus, I never really had depth perception very well, so. How you do this for so long, Zay? How you stay live for so long? Just keep going, interacting with people. Just some commenters. Oh yeah, that doesn't say enough. That says cough. You haven't seen? No, I bet not. You live in the middle of the city, right? So they're still there. Just can't see them. I just never realized how much it was till I was out here, because it's crazy. Crazy when you get away from light pollution. It's wild. I saw 9/12 the day after 9/11, and with no planes in the air and all that. And there was like no light pollution then, because we were even doing lights out in some places. Like we were going back to air raids or something. I remember there being a lot of stars that weekend. Dang, I'm old. How about y'all? Where are you at in 9/11? I was in a art quiz in middle school. I'm old. It'll be okay. I was in an art quiz, and then I got out of that and went into another art class, and the lady was just like distraught and turned on the TV. We all found out what had happened while I was in the art quiz. That was so nuts. All right, well, I think we're getting to the end here. I'll probably go back over it once the sun's dry, put a little bit more, maybe work some more detail, but another one bites the dust. You weren't born yet? Wow, dog. That really dates it. And I thought you would have been born by then. So that's our basics. Go back through and detail up again, make the sun brighter, stuff like that. Um, yeah. Normally I try to have more of an idea of what I'm painting, but for this one I just wanted to get on here and give y'all a place to hang out. Yo, you live by the ocean? I can't remember. Heck yeah. So I love to live by the ocean. That'd be cool. This was all underwater, but no oceans. No oceans. It's not really that far away though. My son, he was praying it up, and then they ended up going to Myrtle Beach, and it was like 3 hours or something. So it's not that bad once you get on the highway. Yeah, Boston's not that far either if you can negotiate your way through the highways. There's like a huge merging of highways right over by Washington D.C. So if you can get around that whole craziness, very populated, very populated in Boston. Yeah, it's been pretty chill. Thank you for pushing me on this today, Zay. Scan back through the chat, see what I missed. Probably throw something in my stomach before I go get my bubba. Hey, we've been on here for an hour and a half. Cool. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's got something to do with my state. I think. Who else? John Mellencamp. Uh, I mean, IU. IU is a Ball State. But anyways, a couple of the colleges here have good football teams. I don't know any of that shit though. Yeah, and the Indy 500. Yeah, that's a big thing. Lots of NASCAR here. There ain't really a lot to learn about Indiana. I mean, I can't say a lot. Like there's major battles with natives here. There's a lot of burial mounds. Um, but it's a whole lot of cornfields. There's not really nothing going on. Just people living life and going to McDonald's. My face sure looks funny. I'm gonna end up looking like Santa Claus one of these days, boys. No, not really. Most of them are like me. They've been bled out or they went to Oklahoma. There's this guy named Tecumseh. Tecumseh and his twin, well, and his brother. One was a seer and one was a fighter. And he led a huge rebellion with all the people around here in like the 1800s. And then when he lost at Tippecanoe, he lost, and then they pretty much shipped everybody else down south to down south to Oklahoma, down to the reservations. But I mean, my people were the Creek. They were originally in Tennessee, and I don't exactly know how we got here. Then I mixed with Amish or Mennonites. There's a lot of Mennonites here. It's like separatists. Kind of like I don't. I mean, I want to say it, but I don't want to say it. Kind of like Black Panthers, except without the stay in Babylon. Like they want to have a separate society, so they don't have to pay taxes and they don't have to have anybody tell them how to raise their kids. No. Down in French Lick, we do like right down on the border. There's a casino, but we don't really. We're very very red. Yeah, native and Mennonite. So it's like German, a little bit of Dutch, a whole lot of native, like two, three different tribes, but mainly Blackfoot. And then before that, Creek. There was a time when there was like nothing left as far as natives go. There was none. So that's when you just joined whatever band you could get a hold of, and the Blackfoot Confederacy took a lot of my blood. A lot of my bloodline went to that tribe. And then my great grandpa was a Redbone Indian, so that meant that he had all the practices and grew the herbs and had the vegetables. Knew how to take care of himself, lived in a good way. Um, and then when he passed, it all was pretty much passed with him. He didn't really teach anybody to talk to anybody about where they come from. Well, you are. I mean, how much do you know about all that? Pretty much all of South America is, um, I mean, Aztec and Mayan. So anybody, any kind of South American is most likely very, very native. Um, take some looking up, but it'd be worth it. You probably are, and and I mean a lot of African Americans too have a lot of native in them because of like you would mm, say like the 17, 16, 1700s they would go out and catch natives like in the village and then sell them to traders, and so they wouldn't get treated quite as bad, but they would get treated badly. Oh, well, that's cool then. Yeah, so pretty isolated. Those are pretty big. Those are pretty big islands, though, right? Trinidad. That was strange sound. Yeah. Let's flip this guy around. Show off the painting one more time. That's not too bad for a little day sketch. Doesn't really have a. It doesn't really have a meaning, but Sure was fun to hang out with y'all. They are small, but just packed full of people. Because I mean, I hear Dominican Republic. I hear that all the time. Is that just because it's close to Florida? So people be trying to get over here on pieces of tote. Mm. Yeah, I wonder what all this was like back then. Yeah, the aliens are here amongst us. That's pretty good meaning. Probably try to find some pink to spark up the stars a little bit better. I'll put this on my community board in case you want to use it. Send it to you in IG. There's a ghost. If I ever get my shit figured out, I'll be able to send this out through mailing. But honestly, it costs more to mail stuff than it does to make it. I mean, I've got all the supplies. Even if I went and bought fresh paints and fresh canvases, I'm still looking at $10 maybe a painting. And then it costs about that to ship it. Like, yeah. But as far as electronic, we can just sell it. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm really thinking. Because I got a whole tote of them from this long winter. Some of them are 3, 4 years old, but most of them are from like this winter. That's not a bad idea, really. I just take the whole tote. I had picked out some of my favorites and was all ready to go and put them out on the street and sell them. And then I I don't know if it's I lost nerve or I think I kind of lost nerve because it's just like I don't want to. I'd rather be out there and play flute, play music, and do it that way than try to sell art. I mean, I could do another showcase right now if you ain't got shit going on. Let's see what time it is, and if my phone's still got any charge. 5%. It's 1 o'clock. See, I got a quick moment right now. Show it off later and next time. Well, let's start right here. That's the sketch. We can run that last 5. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this painting for real. It's got your name on it. I don't really know what I can do. I keep looking at it like I gotta send that to him. This is just the ones I've done on live here. And this one too, it's got both of you guys' name on it. So it's like I got 2 paintings that I gotta figure out what to do with them. I know I sent it to y'all electronically, so that's something. Straight crate, bro. Crate. Do you understand? Let me show you this from a side angle. Crate of paintings. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Or somebody would just get a bunch of canvases they want to white out. That could happen too. I mean, some of my favorite ones. Some I didn't finish. I don't know if I sent that one to you. No, I didn't get this one done. I like that one. I think it's really sick. Some of them aren't developed. A lot of these I didn't finish, or they're just missing one little thing. Some of them I did finish. And some of them you guys have seen before, and I sent you guys pictures. Cool. Well, I'm glad you came in today, Jordan. Some of these, like I said, you guys have seen. Some you haven't. Some you used. This one's actually it's on one of Zay's videos. Yeah, I like that skeleton one with the purple. So each one of these is like, I try to test myself, do something new with them. These ones in particular, I really liked because it was like they were already, I didn't really, how do I say it? Like I didn't look up a brain, and yet I knew that's what it looked like. It's like it was already highlighted on the page. Oh, the skeleton. Yeah. This is the one I drove for a friend of mine to be cover art for his thing. But he didn't want nothing to do with it. If y'all want some of these, I can send them to you through IG all day. Use it for whatever you want. They're just sitting in a box for me. I ain't really making no money off of them. Or intend to make any money off of them. I just don't want to throw them away. A lot of them need more stuff. I really like this one. I don't exactly know why. The skeleton? Yeah, I guess I need a skeleton. That's what my son made. Said it was like a hummingbird. I was like, you should finish it. He's like, it's done. I was like, okay. Same thing with this one. I was like, you should finish it. It's done already, Dad. Quit bugging me. You know? Great kid, great kid. Sketch me in a past life. Adrian's. Try to do a wave. Little sketch. Watercolor, pencils. Custom project. Somebody ordered this. They wanted something different with fish. And this is a 3-part project that I made up for somebody, and then I never saw them again. They were actually going to buy it from me, and then I never saw them again. Wild people. Yeah, I don't really like that one. That's one of them self-portraits. This one I made for a friend of mine 5 years ago, and I've been hanging on to it. He's kind of twisted up, so he hides himself from me right now. This one I made is about patriotism. Somebody sexy. I don't know what I was going for here. Bogart situation. It's really supposed to be about like generational blessings, you know? Like you're a product of somebody's prayers. Throw that on the share list there. Where the other half of that one went? Can't remember if I sent that one to you guys or not. This one I just kind of sketched. 7. The number of completion, 7. That's a big one. I was exploring drip paints. So if you guys just if I just cut off, don't worry about me. My phone is pretty close to dead, but I'll wear it out. One of these games. Everybody loves that. When I was playing with some new paint, trying to see what gloss and not gloss would do together. That was pretty cool. I got really into making stuff on little canvases for a while because I could do like 3 or 4 of them in a sitting and just keep jumping. And then of course a picture, it doesn't matter how big they are. That tongue one. Very strange one. I almost painted over this guy actually. Just because I don't know. I didn't want it to come off too lustful or whatever. This one's about indecision. Another one of those highlighted ones. It just was very much. It's not even my regular style. This like comic book looking. Where it's like comic book looking. The person that I gave that to actually ended up giving it back to me. It's for a friend of mine. Her name is Iris. I'll put that up there so I can work on that one. It's the one I made on live. I showed off. Which one? Oh yeah. Yeah, I got you. This one I have no idea. I do not understand it. I'm just playing around with those drip paints a lot. See the edge of my mess there. Self-portrait. Jonah in the belly of the whale. I never put the writing on it. Tell the story of Jonah. I know, right? I put all that effort into it, and then they're like, "No, I'm good." People be strange sometimes, but I mean, I'd rather them do that than just throw it away. Hair. Try to draw hair. This one's supposed to be. Oh, and this is another one that they gave back. See that little blemish on his shoulder? It was just a little bit of miscoloring, and I tried to fix it and get the right color for his skin, and then I gave it to this guy, and he was like, "That's great, but it's not done. I'm rolling it." Fine, Dick. You won't have it. How about that? Yeah, I think my phone might be just about to die, so if it does, just cut off. Don't worry about me. Thank you guys for coming in today. Very encouraging. Some of these are just like half done. This is an attempt at a dragon, and I didn't end up finishing it. Not my usual style. I actually don't know when I did that. I just found it yesterday. It's on the back of a canvas. See. All these little guys. I like this one a lot. Looks like a seahorse. It's an ever experimental. A lot of these are just different ways of doing it. Just trying to figure out cool ways of doing it. I don't know why I like that one too much. It's just the coloring. But let's get to the end here. This one, my friend, I made it for a certain friend, and then he was like, "Yeah, I definitely want that when you're done with it." And then he just never came back over. I've seen him a couple times since then, but it's never been like at my house or anywhere I could give him his painting. So I just hold on to it. No, I don't really like that one either. It's not done. One of these. Who Vile? Who Vile? What? Let's see. Man on Fire. I definitely did send you guys these ones. Definitely did send you guys these ones. Another one that's not my regular style. Made it from my roommate. She had it out for a while. And then I made her a new one. She gave it back to you. This is about early acid trip. I was sitting on the porch and like this all used to be underwater. So in my imagination, I got swallowed by a humongous fish. Let's see. This is from my acid trip. It was all highlighted. I have no idea what it's supposed to mean, but it was all very much. I mean, this is just exactly how I saw it. I was supposed to paint it, but I really don't know what it means. I'm not gonna lie to you. Been through those. All right, here's the last couple. Read that stuff. That needs work. This is glow in the dark. Welcome, Zay. Welcome. You ever heard of the Rainbow Kids? It's about the 4 people in the fire. Ramshack, Bendigo, what is it? Meshach, I can't remember. I had to look it up. I'm not so good. This is a band. You really think I didn't? Dude, that's kind of a wild question, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, and I think I just learned too much. I don't think if I go back, I don't think I'll do it again. I think I burnt something that didn't ever heal. Last couple, grand finale. I'm so glad you didn't do acid, bro. It's really not such a good time. I mean, at least not for me. A lot of times it was just scary. And I mean, I lost not lost like hard drugs actually kill you, but definitely doses will turn people into something they weren't before. It's about politics right here. They're trying to kill us all. I really like this one. I forgot that I had it. I really like it. I might do a bigger version of that someday. Superhero face. Little smiley face. And I think that is it. Is that self-portrait? And this guy right here. Whew. I better get my ass in gear. I've been at this all day. Not really. I haven't been at this all day. I've been at this like 2 hours. Yeah. All right, well, I hope y'all got a little bit of inspiration. Y'all want to do any painting, I'll gladly support you. I'll gladly support you in anything, honestly. I'm grateful for y'all. I'm gonna probably hop off of here so I can get my phone charged before it decides to die on me. Any last words, folks? Yeah, I got those couple. I'll send you an Itachi boat soon. All right, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming in today. Thank you for backing me up. I'll talk to you all later.